is actually... We're playing Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2. Going to the castle now. Ah!
What just happened? Oh, hey! Welcome back to another episode of Xtreme. My name is Zach.
My name is Joey. My name is Joey.
And this is a podcast where we dig deep on your favorite video games?
Yeah.
Man, I couldn't even understand what you were saying.
Oh, sorry. I was saying we were playing Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2.
Oh, I thought you said something about unzipping your pants. Man, I really misread that.
I don't always say that, Zach.
Well, I mean, look, just because you say it to me a lot, I just kind of figured,
That's fair, okay.
It was a logical leap on my part, alright?
To be fair, I was also unzipping my pants.
Well, okay, see, at least we're being honest with each other. I mean, it's a good segue into what's about to happen here in the castle.
Yes, true.
So let's talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
Before we talk about the man himself, let's talk about 1-4, the castle, Bert the Bashful.
Yes, and his fort.
And his fort. And his fort. So we start off the question mark motif thing. It immediately hits you again. It's really strong, again, in this particular level. When I say the motif, initially it was just question mark clouds, indicated that there's an interactable object, but now they've kind of moved that to other objects, like the buckets.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just banking on the fact that you associate question marks with an interactable object now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that's just going to be a strong motif that's carried on throughout the game there.
Standard.
Yeah, and you know what else is standard? The fact that everyone and their goddamn mother decided to use Mode 7 at some point in their game.
Mode 7?
Yeah, Mode 7. You know when the door falls down? And it gives that pseudo three-dimensional falling effect?
Yeah.
And it looks weirdly jarring and out of place in this cartoonish game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Mode 7. Yeah, it's called Mode 7. It's a function on the Super NES chip that created those pseudo three-dimensional mindfucks.
Oh, cool. That's an interesting
today you learned.
Tidbit of trivia.
Yeah, a lot of games use it in a certain way, usually to create, again, those pseudo three-dimensional effects.
Yeah.
Or to, usually I see it in, a lot of RPGs where they have, big sprawling overworlds with a lot of spinning and shit going on. And, whoa, what's going on? Anyway. Mode 7 use here. Personally, I thought it was weirdly out of place in this cartoonish styled game. Because, the effects around Mode 7 weren't highly polished. Yeah. They were really just there as hey, we can do 3D. But if you're trying to, fit it in with a world that's kind of cartoonish, it seems weirdly out of place.
Yeah. But maybe that's the point. It kind of makes you uncomfortable in this fort.
I mean, trust me, I'm very much already uncomfortable. For very different reasons. But either way, let's keep moving on here. There's some yellow Yoshi blocks. Initially, you had seen the maroonish Yoshi blocks initially that you hit and they grew big. So you see another one that you want to try bashing into, this time with your head. And this one doesn't grow big, but it does turn into eggs.
Yes.
So you're using the fact that you understood how to interact with them before to teach you something new about the new type of Yoshi block.
Conveyance!
It's our best friend and he's back, hooray!
Yeah!
I just hope they stay. I don't want it to turn back into a text box. Something just kind of that stood out to me about the background design. I don't know why. I feel like it's weirdly kind of cute how they have they show the Shy Guys manning the traps.
Yeah.
And they're pushing, and it's weird Willy Wonka Death Factory.
Yes.
It's I expect them to start busting out into song anytime.
Yeah. We're spinning the spikes. We're spinning the spikes.
Were you singing the Whalers on the Moon song?
Oh my god, I was!
We're spinning all the spikes. We're spinning all the spikes. For a guy who can't wear a belt in his pants. And we sing our wailing tune. Oh my god. That's such a deep cut.
I didn't even that was great. Think you could get that one.
Oh, that was fantastic. I was just rewatching that recently. That's why it came to mind. Anyway, nice. Completely off topic. But yeah, I I thought that was kind of interesting how they decided to actually show that.
Yeah.
It kind of gives it more personality.
Yeah. Like, they didn't have to do that.
No. They could have just been like, yeah, these move.
Right.
But kind of gives the game a little more personality. It's like, yeah, how do these move? And it's like, oh, okay. So they're just hand cranked. Got it. Cool. And then there's the initial conveyance of Bert. Small Bert. Mini Bert, if you will.
Yes. Little foreshadow, I guess.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because they do the thing that that we talked a lot about in Mega Man 11, where they have these areas where you have to safely experience how the enemy works before interacting with them.
Yeah.
Except you're in a top area and they're restricted to the bottom of the screen. You can't get down there until you run to the opening, but in that time, you see how the Berts interact and how they move and what they do.
And you don't even have to interact with them. You could pass this part if you
exactly. It's completely optional. But what is not optional is seeing how they move, which is going to be important come the end of this stage. Yes. So they're just giving you like a heads up, like, hey, maybe remember this. Maybe remember what they're moving like and how they do.
Yeah.
And then finally up, there's a thing like a keen eye for detail. It's completely unnecessary, but if you are one of those people who notice things, you would see a cracked ceiling tile that you can break with an egg, get up there, and you're rewarded with a bunch of coins.
Such a Super Mario thing.
Absolutely.
Going above the ceiling.
Very, very Mario-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that weird. Very Mario-ish. And, but the problem is it's just regular coins. But in this particular game, there's like 5 million collectibles. I feel like they should have just put some of the collectibles up there.
Yeah, it should have been something cooler.
Yeah. I mean, coins are great, don't get me wrong. But in the game where you're trying to collect 3 different types of things, aside from normal coins, it seems like a wasted opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
There's something really bothered me about the fire in this stage.
Okay.
You know how the fire jumps out and you could you see it's got the eyes. It's like the Padoobadoo thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But whenever it pops out, it makes the weirdest noise. It's
Weirder
like it's
than
choking.
Super Mario World.
I mean, this one feels like it's like they just kind of got a dude to cough choke. Like when it comes out, it's like ah. It's like, what is that noise? Like how? Why?
It's like a gasp with someone that has asthma.
Ah. It's like a duck quack or something.
Asthmatic duck quack.
They got the duck from the commercials to come and record voice lines for fire. What do we want to do? Jim has his duck call, his bird calling little whistle. Why don't we just have him do that? Okay, Jim, give us your best duck call.
Alright, we'll use that for the fire.
We're gonna what? Why are we using it for fire? We didn't have anything. We don't know what fire sounds like. We thought it sounded like ducks. Isn't that what fire sounds like? Or am I just having a seizure?
Both. Wait, neither.
Damn it. That was falling over. Paul, make that sound more obvious in post.
I'm glad you explained that. I did not get that.
It wasn't me just slapping my desk. I swear. We're a very high budget production here at Extreme. Anyway, moving on. There's a cool little conveyance of those lava monsters. As the stage moves on, they start off fairly small and innocuous. You just kind of see what they are, but they don't really bother you. But as you go through, they actually grow to the size of being gi-fucking-gantic.
Gi-fucking-gantic.
It's impressive. I don't know what they're called. They're like the lava monsters. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I feel like I should have written that down, but you know what? Too little, too late for regrets.
Whatever.
We move forward in this life, accepting the choices that we have made.
Wow. Wisdom drop.
Yeah, lava monster. That's what we're calling it. Wisdom drop. Boosh. But it's a good way to introduce how an enemy works again, in a fairly safe environment, and then ramping up the difficulty.
Yeah.
There's this weird seesaw mechanic that also happens during the time it's being introduced, but like,
right.
I don't know. It's a seesaw mechanic. I don't have to talk much about it.
It's alright.
That's fine. It's a seesaw.
Yeah.
There's not much else to it.
Yeah. It's part of like the fun vibe of the game, I guess.
Yeah. It's fun. Like seesaws.
Yeah.
Seesaws are still fun, right? Do kids like seesaws? Or are they all too busy? Were they too busy with their giant sand movers in those playpens?
Oh yeah, they're like busy like doing construction work.
They're busy doing actual construction work. They're getting paid very well. Good, we're very happy for them.
Getting paid chocolate.
I didn't know where this bit was going.
No.
Anyway, there's some interactable objects near the end of this particular section.
Yeah.
With the potted plant on a little platform. It's the only thing there, and you see that it's
in the center of the screen.
Yeah, it's precariously placed. You probably would want to go up to it, just see what's going on, and you'll notice that the Yoshi sprite changes to actually pushing it. So you keep trying to push it, and you notice that it breaks when it falls off, revealing a key. Mm-hmm. So, kind of conveying to you that, hey, there might be some interactable objects aside from the chop block that you may want to try breaking, or pushing, or interacting with.
Sometimes you're going to have to.
You never know. That's why you gotta always be on with the keen eye for detail, and maybe not the super one that gets you up to spaces that are completely random and meaningless, but to progress the game forward.
Yes, at least that amount of keen eye.
Yes. But as for the stage itself, oh my god, we're 13 minutes in and we have one stage. Okay, let's just talk about Bert. Are we good to talk about Bert?
Yeah. We basically made it there. We go through a few doors, and we're there.
Yeah. So it introduces Bert as its original form, as the one that you had seen previously, so I hope you were paying attention. And then just like, you know what's happening now, because you're like, oh, I saw this before, I know what it does. And then Kamek shows up, and like, what is this dialogue? Can I just read to you what Kamek says?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I actually, like, took the time to think about it. Here we go. I'm gonna read it exactly how it is, with the intonation that I think they were trying to go for.
Okay.
Here we go. So, you're still on the baby side, Yoshi baby? Then get a load of this. That's exactly what it says.
That was a little creepier than I imagined it.
Right? Why did he say Yoshi baby?
Yeah. Yoshi baby. Yeah.
Yo, Yoshi baby, what's going on? I'm gonna just drop this magic powder on my Ben Bert here, and he's gonna go fucking psycho on you. Don't worry, Yoshi baby, it's totally normal. Just don't worry about it. Just let this happen. It's totally normal. He's gonna take his pants. His pants are gonna get huge. Just let this happen.
This is something that would happen in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
It probably would. Oh my god. But like, that's just so off-putting. I never really registered that as a kid.
Yeah.
Like how
I
weird
never
Kamek
read
is.
the things as a kid.
Yeah, you never really do. You just want to keep playing the game, so you don't really read it. But yeah, and then the boss fight isn't much to talk about. Bert jumps around and you hit him with eggs. And every time all right, and every time you hit him with eggs, his pants fall down.
His pants fall down.
Oh, why? I guess it's Bert the Bashful.
Yeah.
But like, it's a game for kids. Why is
At
the
least they don't
first
fall down all the way.
What are you talking about? It completely come off.
They do?
His pants. Yes. He's completely stark naked at the end. He goes black. He goes like dark red with embarrassment, and then just blows away. Like, oh my god. I mean, at least there was nothing there after that happened. But okay, I'm segueing into internet backstory real quick because this is important that you know this.
Internet backstory.
Okay. I had to read this because it fucking is just. Oh my god, Japan, why? In Volume 14 of Super Mario Kun, based on Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Bert the Bashful is the first boss that Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi encounter. Bouncing around and smashing Mario in the process. Yoshi tries attacking it and does nothing. The eggs actually do nothing either. But finally, Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi grab and pull down Bert's pants, revealing his genitals. Ashamed, he shrinks and starts flying away as a deflated balloon. They gave him actual genitals in this freaking comic.
That's so Asian.
Why, Japan? Why? Why did you do that? You didn't have to do that. That's so gross. This is a game for kids.
No. Kids do not want to see
cartoon
Wait. Maybe that's exactly what they want to see.
Can I call the police on this bad guy? Like, I'll fucking call the cops to arrest this dude for, like, indecent exposure. He's exposing himself to a baby! I think I'm just gonna end it on that, and we're gonna move on to the next world, but I need to collect myself, so Paul, please help. I need to lay down. Damn it, were you recording this whole time? God damn it. Welcome back. It's too late. We're going again. Welcome back. World 1-5. Hop, hop, donut lift. And it's an auto-scroller, baby. Woo!
Alright, I'm here. I made it.
Fantastic. Welcome back to the auto-scroller, because it doesn't care where you are. It's going to keep moving on. And we have a good thing. I was worried. I didn't see any of these in the last stage, but we have a text box.
Oh, I haven't seen one of these in like a whole level.
For a second, I was like, wait a minute. Are you going to actually just let me figure out this stuff on my own? Whew, God, thank Jesus. I don't have the brain capacity to figure this out. Explain it to me. So it explains donut platforms and how they work. The ones that fall down after you stand on them for more than 2 seconds.
Okay, like...
Which is, again, completely unnecessary, because right after that, they have the donut platforms over nothing. Over, like, a pit you can't die.
Exactly what you need.
So why?
Why
Why? Why do you have both? Just have one. Like, preferably the conveyance one. It's like you did it, and then you're like, wait a minute, is this clear enough?
Yeah.
Is it clear enough that if you stand on this thing, it will fall?
Like, wait, what if they don't stand on it? And... Okay, we should probably just tell them.
What if they try not standing on it? Even though it's the only thing they can jump on to progress. It's completely unnecessary. And also, maybe something they could tell you in the text box is that the donuts that you're standing on turn a lighter color to indicate that you are currently standing on them.
Do they? Yeah.
They do. They just turn lighter brown until they are continually falling, which they are then continually light brown. But for the time that you're standing on them, they turn light brown to kind of indicate like you are standing on this platform.
They also shake and do a lot of things. And
they shake, and there's a lot of conveyance around there that doesn't require this text box. There's also optional conveyance here at the end with the movable platform wheel. Again, completely optional in the first part, but they make it non-optional later in the stage, which seems odd. I guess if you didn't do it, you'd have to learn, but I don't know why they have an optional area to learn. Actually, no, I do know why, because they put a flower at the end of the first optional one. So it's kind of incentivizing you to figure that out.
But you don't have to.
But you don't have to if you're not trying to collect everything like me, and you're trying to just kind of get through the game. So technically it's optional if you don't want to collect everything. I think that's it for 1-5.
Yeah, that's it's pretty standard.
It's all the important stuff that we want to talk about. Yeah. I just noticed that the stage really just makes a big boomerang.
Yeah. You go left.
Like it starts at the bottom right, you go left, it goes up, and then goes right. And you end there.
True.
Just a big boomerang.
I wonder what like a
1-6
overview of the level would look like.
I think it would look just like that. Like a boomerang.
Could be a cool pick.
Anybody have that pic? Send it to us at idon'tcare@gmail.com. I want to go on the next stage?
Yeah.
Okay. 1-6. Shy Guy on Stilts. It introduces a new enemy. Duh. Shy Guy on Stilts. Jinx Yummy Soda. So you realize that initially your tactics of lick everything and turn it into an egg will not work here.
Yep.
So
because Stilts apparently
Yoshi can't digest wood, which is good to know. But he can digest bones.
Yeah, and plastic masks.
And wool clothing.
Yeah.
But not wood. That's too much.
Don't want to get splinters.
Yeah, jeez, that would have hurt. That'd be real buzzkill. Anyway. They conveyed to you that some enemies require a little bit more... You gotta make them vulnerable before you can actually suck them up. So, kind of conveys the fact that some enemies will require a little more nuance to becoming an egg. Which, fair enough, we're about 6 stages into the first world. I feel like that's a good time to introduce the fact that there could be tougher enemies. Because right now, most of the enemies have just been like, oh, are you running low on eggs? Here's some enemies.
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry about them. They're really just here to become eggs.
Right.
As opposed to, like, block your path.
With you.
Yeah. So they're trying to make enemies actually dangerous as opposed to just egg fodder.
Right.
Funnily,
it is still World 1, you know? It's like...
That's true.
Alright. We're gonna make actual enemies now.
No, you're right. Fair enough. Anyway, so yeah, there's an optional section here that just straight up explains all the eggs and what they do.
Right.
In a text box.
Yeah.
So yellow eggs, if you hit enemies with them, you get coins. Red eggs, you get 2 stars. And flashing eggs, you get random thing. When I did it, it gave me a red coin.
Nice.
But again, it's just like, this seems like a weird place to put it.
Yeah.
It's halfway into the first stage, or the first world, in a place that's completely optional.
Right.
Like, you go out of this stage and then, or this area, and you just keep moving forward.
It'd be cool if they put it later in the game so that, like, you figure it out on your own, but if, like, you didn't figure it out, it tells you, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, because there's not really a lot of instances where you run into those types of eggs already. You would see the yellow eggs from the castle, but that's it, really. The red eggs, no, and the flashing eggs definitely no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you're right. I feel like this could have waited.
Yeah.
To give you that opportunity to experience it. But we're really, really, really on the side of, like, show, don't tell.
Yeah.
That's just how we think it should be. As you move through, though, the actual stage, I mean, eventually they're going to do this one way or the other. Darkness is used to increase the difficulty in navigating areas. Excuse me.
Yeah, but you could still see the trampolines or whatever.
Yeah, important things that you need to interact with are fairly lit up, including enemies that they give like little lanterns to, which is a good little detail because they still want you to see the enemies, but they don't want them to be like enemies light up, they're glow in the dark. And then, funnily enough, as we're like getting through this stage, there's another text box reminding you how to ground pound.
Another one?
But, like, they already told you that in the 3rd level.
Why?
I don't know why they keep reinforcing things, like, because the thing that happens right after is you cannot progress unless you ground pound this pole away. But why would they think that we would have just forgotten already? It's been 3 stages. Is our attention span that short?
I know.
Like, oh my god, it's been 3 whole stages. Did you tell them that they can jump?
It's like, maybe they forgot.
Maybe they forgot that they can turn things into eggs. Like, are you fucking kidding me with this? There's like pandering to children, and then there's just condescension.
Yeah.
It's like, oh guys, I know we told you this before and gave you opportunities to learn this on your own earlier, but you can ground pound. Did you forget? Also, it rocks. Yeah. They said it rocks in the text box.
Rocks in the text box.
God damn it. Okay, I can't get actually mad at this game. It's not a bad game. I feel like I'm making it out to be a bad game. It's not bad.
It's like meant for kids, you know, and like
clearly
stuff.
This game was meant for children, and they made that abundantly clear in the game design.
Yes.
Like, they did not intend for adult human beings to play this game.
Well, adults and children, we'll say. Because it's still fun.
It's still fun. It's just, like, the adults will not encounter a lot of these text boxes because they'll just ignore them.
Right.
But they are still there in the game. If they didn't want them at all, they wouldn't have them.
Right.
So the fact that they are there means it's a part of the game, which means they intended it to be there. Which means their intention was for children.
Yeah.
Either way, can we talk about the next stage? Because it's my fucking favorite.
Okay.
I love this stage. Touch Fuzzy, get dizzy.
Yeah.
Yo!
This is like unique Yoshi kind of thing.
This is the stage that I remember when I think of Yoshi's Island.
Yes, me too.
This is the coolest fucking stage. I love it. Oh, okay. So let's just dig right into it. So there's this armadillo enemy that actually is not an enemy. It's just fodder, really. It doesn't hurt you if you run into it.
Right.
But it conveys what it's there for. Because there's a bunch of invulnerable enemies on a slope, and it turns into a ball. Ball plus invulnerable enemy, weapon plus slope equals just shoot it at him.
Yeah.
But then you get the coolest thing after that, which is the watermelon machine gun. It's so random, and I love it. It's Yoshi
this game has like pretty random stuff. It's great,
but it's so fucking good. Of course you eat a watermelon, it's full of seeds, and then it uses those seeds as a weapon. That's incredibly creative.
Yeah, I love the mechanic of it too. It's like so smooth.
It's so great. You could use it to fight off enemies or clear off those destructible platform areas, or to break the question mark balloons or clouds. It's such a multifaceted mechanic.
Yeah.
I wish they used it more often.
Yeah. Or like other things similar to that.
It's so well done. It's so creative.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't think to do that. It's like, how are we going to get them like a weird, fun projectile that shoots rapidly? I don't know. Yoshi likes fruit. Is there a fruit that's full of seeds? I don't know. I'm just destroy a huge watermelon. Hell yeah.
Perfect.
That's fantastic. And then the next favorite thing that I also wish they used more is the namesake of the stage, Fuzzy.
Yeah.
You touch Fuzzy and you go on a fucking acid trip.
It's amazing.
It's so good. This is a game for children, but you go on an acid trip, which again goes completely above their head. And it's like, oh, we got dizzy. I get it. Haha. But then you watch it as your parent.
Don't touch Fuzzy, kids.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god. And then your parents are like, yeah, I remember that. I mean, what? No, I had my encounters with Fuzzy, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
Don't touch Fuzzy, kids.
Yeah, you'll get real dizzy. But the mechanic also changes, aside from the background getting cool and the music getting distorted. Yoshi gets his eyes all bugged out, and he starts, wobbling around. Actually, moving around, wobbling back and forth.
Right.
So it's kind of like a miniature drunk simulator with a hint of acid simulation.
Yeah. Something about Fuzzy, just kind of gives you that vibe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't say for sure. It just gives me that vibe, It just feels like that's what it's like. Who knows?
Yeah.
Certainly we don't.
But if we touch some Fuzzy.
Just touch some Fuzzy. This is a kid's game. Don't find the Fuzzy kid. Don't do it. Wait till you're at least 18. Then you can find all the Fuzzy you want.
Yeah, but not too much.
Not too much Fuzzy. Just enough to get dizzy. And then as we move through the section here, it kind of slows down in the fun factor. We're almost at the end. Anyway, so there's the quick enemy conveyance that you jump on it, and it pops air out and pushes other enemies away. And breakable bridges.
Yes.
And that's about it for this particular stage. And I just realized we've been talking for like 20 minutes straight. Paul, I hope you put breaks in. Jeebus. Oh my god, we gotta take a real break for real.
Alright, let's do it. Break.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Alright, last level of the stage here, 1-8.
Yes. Salvo
the slime. It's castle.
Well, it's not a fort this time. It's an actual castle.
Nope, they've upgraded to an actual castle. And they could splurge on a whole lot more rotating platforms in Mode 7.
Yes.
Lot of these here now. They're like barrel rolling, so to speak.
Right.
It's a pretty cool. Again, it doesn't fit at all with the aesthetic of the the chalk drawing aesthetic here.
Yeah.
But it looks cool, and that's probably all they were thinking when they put it in.
Yeah. Throw it in there.
Yeah, I mean, not everything needs to fit an aesthetic. Sometimes they'll just like, hey, I like this thing. It's cool. Let's do that. Either Nintendo was like, use Mode 7, damn it. We put that in there, and you're going to fucking use it.
Right.
But as we move through here, they convey that fish shoot water at such a pressurized rate that it is able to push back a full-grown dinosaur.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
You know what? I didn't watch that in the David Attenborough series. I missed that episode.
Oh yeah, I know.
It
was in episode 3, I think. Dino.
Oh, of Dino Planet.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs and their natural enemies, fish. With their pressurized water guns, they are able to push away the T-Rex just with the pressure of their water guns. I really hope that I'm so bad at British accents.
That was perfect.
Especially when my voice is going.
And the dinosaur will not have lunch today.
That's so good.
I'm surprised there isn't actually a dinosaurs series.
I feel like there must be.
Yeah.
I feel like he's done so many different things.
I know. That'd be cool. I'd watch that.
I would 1,000% watch that.
It'd be
I would also watch it if he talked about wacky dancing, inflatable, flailing water persons.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, especially if they have platforms on their head and they're just like gyrating everywhere.
Yeah, I would totally watch that.
What is this thing? Seriously.
It's exactly what you said it was.
It's a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man thing made of water?
Yeah.
It just seems so random.
It's like
either way.
Is it made of water? Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it is in water. I
Yeah.
would assume so.
And it has
Unless it's like
eyeballs.
viscous, like jelly or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a slime. Cousin of Salvo's, perhaps? It's like the cousin that he doesn't talk to all that often, but needed a job.
Right.
So he's
yeah.
like,
You
"What?
could be
Can
the
you give me a
platform.
job?" yeah. Just put this on your head and like dance around a little bit. He's like, "Oh, thanks, boss. I appreciate it so much. I'm gonna dance like nobody's ever seen." And then a funny little side note here: they actually took the time to model what happens if Yoshi is underneath a waterfall.
Ah.
Just a little quick side note thing. They didn't have to do that, but they did.
Yeah.
And then there's a text box, Joey, because you know what? We can't go one stage without one fucking text box.
Yeah. Hopefully after
Explaining-
World 1.
Yeah, hopefully, knock on wood. But explains rotating platforms, flipping platforms.
Yeah.
And the text box just straight up lies. There's a lie of omission.
Ooh.
It says you can only use eggs, but it's a lie. You can only use your head.
Oh shit. It says only that.
It says you can only use eggs. Lie of omission.
We should email Nintendo so they could fix this 25 years ago.
Right to your congressman. This is important. I've been lied to, and it hurt my feelings.
I demand
Cult of
action.
outrage, damn it. Demand action. And then as you move through this particular area, though, navigating these flipping platforms, you get a new enemy, which is just a pedophile.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not a pedophile, it's a child kidnapper.
Right.
And probably pedophile. The bandit just steals baby Mario.
Yeah.
It's just,
He's
it's the
literally
baby
a child
thief.
kidnapper.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, because that's your health, is protecting Mario, but, like, that's child kidnapper.
Yeah.
They kidnapped the baby.
Like, they made him look like an actual child kidnapper.
They actually did. They have his, like, weird floppy penis dangling everywhere and, like, an open jacket saying, like, come here, I'm your best friend.
They probably did do
they
that
have-
in the Japanese version.
And they probably did. They put him next to a public park with all the parents. And it's just like, hey, kids, I'm going to play a game. It's like, go away, bandit!
Oh, you're so funny, kids. Just get over it.
Come and then he gets kicked in the Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets kicked in the bandit. Oh my god, that was quite the road. Anyway, let's talk about arrow lifts.
Arrow lifts, yes, that is the next thing.
Yeah, so it introduces these arrow lifts that, like, they're just spinning around and pretty straightforward. When you jump on it, it goes in the direction the arrow's pointing.
Yeah.
It's a very safe environment. There's no way to get hurt.
Yeah.
Even if you fall down, it's just a time sink, but there's
Yeah.
no timer.
I don't know
So-
why there's more than one arrow lift. Can't you just use the same one the whole time?
I guess it's to teach you about how there could be possibilities of jumping from
One arrow to another.
one arrow to another.
Okay, sure.
And the thing though is that this is the last section before you get to the boss.
Yeah.
They don't actually test you on it in this particular stage, which is weird.
What do you mean they don't test you on it?
So, for me, conveyance boils down to implementing a concept in a safe environment and then immediately testing that concept
Right.
afterward to kind of
there's no
drill
test.
in the... There's no test afterward. It's just teaching a concept and then moving on.
Yeah, and then you forget about it.
And that's the thing. If you don't hammer in the fact that there was a concept before, then there's the real possibility they're actually going to forget. You will need a text box to explain it.
Yeah. Ugh.
Either way, let's talk Salvo.
Okay.
This thing's adorable. Look at it. It's just a little blob with eyes.
I just want to hug him.
Yeah, and apparently, oh god, Kamek's back. Let's hear what Kamek has to say, and definitely what they intended to be his voice. Let me take a sip of my water here. Okay.
Was that the fire?
That was the fire. You're right, it was the fire. Hold on, it went way too fast. Dialogue box too fast. Hi there, cute little Yoshi. Does baby Mario want to go to Bowser's castle? I'll take him there in a hurry. Tee hee hee.
Yeah. That is actual pedophile.
That is a 1000% pedophile. Are you kidding me? What is up with these dialogue boxes? Why are they making Kamek out to be a pedophile? And this is his first appearance.
Is Kamek also a dinosaur? Is that why he was like attracted to Yoshi or something?
I don't know. Maybe it kind of looks like a weird dinosaur version of something.
Yeah, he's like a
you
Koopa.
remember? Yeah, you remember those dinosaurs in that weird, like, semi-live action show, where they had like a family of dinosaurs.
No.
And they had like a weird baby dinosaur and the dad dinosaur and the mom dinosaur. God damn it! What was the name of that show? If you remember the name of that show, could you email us at itstheextreme@gmail.com? That's ITSTHEXSTREAM@gmail.com. It's on the tip of my tongue, and that's exactly what Kamek reminds me of. Either way. Salvo the Slime. Check it. It jumps around, and every time you hit it, it spawns more small salvos that you can turn into eggs, and hit with more eggs. A blip in your strategy here is that sometimes Salvo can block your eggs by gyrating its body.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. This is like the first level boss, so it's not crazy intense.
Right.
And then as it's slowly dying, its eyes stay the exact same size, and its body just gets smaller.
It like makes you like feel bad for it. It's so cute.
I know, when it's about to go away, its eyes are like the same size as its body, but its body is like the size it started with.
No, you killed me.
How dare you? But yeah, that's all I really got here. Let's talk a quick internet backstory about Salvo. There's not a ton here.
Internet backstory.
Yeah, there's, again, I'm looking at the info I got here. It's not really a ton. Salvo's name is a pun on saliva, referring to a slimy texture.
Okay.
And Salvo might be referencing anytime you hit it, when it drops off some of its slime drops, like a salvo of slime, I guess. I feel like that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
But apparently in Mario Party Advance, of all things, Salvo the Slime is there and speaks words, even though it doesn't have a mouth, and says something to this effect. I have no idea what slime sounds like. So, Paul, maybe you put like a Vocaloid thing on this? I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to you. Sure, okay. Duelist extraordinaire. How? Right. You're a giant blob. You're a sentient jello. How do you know how to duel? Then again, there's a lot of things I don't quite understand. Like, where the hell did Yoshi get dynamite to blow up the castle afterward?
Right?
Just, like, casually walks in and it expands up to, like, 10,000 times its size and... Pfft.
Why didn't he just do this to begin with?
That seems like a smart move. Like, it wasn't anything in there to rescue. Like, Mario at least had to rescue a Yoshi egg.
Yeah.
Yoshi could have just walked in there and blown it up and been like, well, I did it! Game over!
True words.
Oh my god, we're almost going on an hour. Okay, I think that's it for right now. We are going to pick it up, I swear. It's World 2, even though there's like 8 worlds. Jesus.
World 2 will be its own episode.
I am knocking on all the wood that is true. Thank you guys again for listening. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. It means a lot. If you feel like getting in touch with us again, the best way, reach out to us via email at itstheextreme@gmail.com. That's itstheextreme@gmail.com. Otherwise, that's all I got. Shit. Did you want to say anything else quickly?
We're playing Yoshi Story Super Mario World 2. I guess you knew that already. Okay, bye!